Welcome. Today we're starting a new iceberg, the ultimate hoax iceberg. As the name implies, this covers all the possible hoaxes that have happened until now. We've got scientific, paranormal, music-related conspiracies, and other ones you see on the screen. I hope you enjoyed the video. The drummer of Tedworth is an infamous case from 1661 involving a poltergeist haunting in Tedworth, England. After John Mompesson, a local landowner, won a lawsuit against the vagrant drummer William Drury, his house became plagued by mysterious drumming noises, allegedly caused by witchcraft. Over the years, various theories emerged. Glanville's 1663 account leaned toward the supernatural, while later critics, like those from Joseph Edison and Charles Mackay, suggested fraud. By the 19th century, the story was widely considered a hoax, possibly perpetrated by Mompesson's own children or Drury's associates. In the late 19th century, crystal skulls surfaced, claimed to be ancient Mesopotamian artifacts. However, scientific analysis in the 20th and 21st century revealed them as 19th century creations, likely from workshops in either Oberstein, Germany. The skulls made from Brazilian quartz were sold by French antiquities dealer Eugene Bobon. Despite their supposed pre-Columbian origins, these skulls were crafted using modern tools unavailable to ancient civilizations. The fascination with these skulls, fueled by New Age mysticism and fictional portrayals, persists, but they remain debunked relics of 19th century's European craftsmanship. In 1822, Captain Samuel Barrett Edis purchased a bizarre artifact in Japan, a creature with a monkey's torso and head sewed to a fish's body. Dubbed the Fiji Mermaid, it captivated audience as a supposed real-life mermaid. Displayed in London and later sold to Moses Kimball, it found its way to P.T. Barnum's American Museum in 1842. Barnum, a master showman, promoted it with elaborate hoaxes, drawing crowds despite skepticism. The mermaid, likely created by Japanese fishermen, vanished after Barnum Museums burned. In 1964, journalist Ike Ackelson orchestrated a clever hoax to test the credibility of art critics. He exhibited paintings by a supposed avant-garde French artist Pierre Brassau at a Swedish gallery. Unbeknownst to the critics, Pierre was actually a 4-year-old chimpanzee named Peter from Boras Zoo. Critics praised the work, with one describing Brassau's brushstrokes as furious fastidiousness. Only after the truth emerged did they realize they'd been duped by a chimp. Despite this, one critic insisted that Peter's work was the best in the show. One piece even sold for $90, proving the hoax's success. In early 1980s, a sensational discovery seemed to rewrite history. The Hitler Diaries, claimed to be Adolf Hitler's personal journals. These 60 volumes were forged by Konrad Kujo between 1981 and 1983. In 1983, Stern, a West German magazine, purchased the diaries for 9.3 million Duchy marks. They sold serialization rights, and even historian Hugh Trevor Rope initially authenticated them. However, doubts quickly surfaced and forensic analysis confirmed the diaries were fake. Cujo, a petty criminal, and Gerd Heidemann, a journalist obsessed with the were imprisoned for the fraud, while several editors lost their jobs. In 1995, British entrepreneur Ray Santilli released Alien Autopsy, Fact or Fiction, a pseudo-documentary featuring grainy footage of a supposed alien autopsy from Roswell incident. Fox aired the film on August 28, 1995, with Jonathan Frakes hosting. The broadcast sparked intense debate, likened by Time magazine to Zapruder film in its impact. The program was later debunked. The footage was shot in a London flat using plaster alien bodies, sheep brains, and raspberry jam. Santilli admitted the hoax in 2006. The media and shows like The X-Files satirized it, and its making was fictionalized in the 2006 film Alien Autopsy. On October 15, 2009, Richard and Mayumi Hine staged the Balloon Boy hoax. They released a homemade helium balloon shaped like a flying saucer, claiming their 6-year-old son Falcon was trapped inside. The balloon, which soared to 7,000 feet, captured global attention as it floated for 90 minutes. When Falcon was found hiding in the attic, suspicions of a hoax emerged. During an interview, Falcon inadvertently revealed the stunt's true nature, leading to charges against the Heinies. Richard pleaded guilty to attempting to influence a public servant in November 2009, receiving 90 days in jail. The Blue Waffle hoax began in 2008 with a shock website featuring a disturbing image purporting to show a sexually transmitted infection that turned the vagina blue. The site was designated as a bait and switch, initially showing a blue waffle to trick users into searching for the graphic image. The myth spread rapidly, with Google Trends showing searches starting in November 2009 and Urban Dictionary entries emerging by June 2009. The Women's Health Foundation debunked the hoax in 2011, with Dr. Amy Whittaker confirming that the image was either Photoshop or the result of mutilation, proving that the disease was entirely fictional. The Cardiff Giant, a monumental archaeological hoax, first captured public attention on October 16, 1869. Discovered by well diggers on William C. Newell's farm in Cardiff, New York, this petrified man was actually a 10-foot gypsum statue crafted by tobacconist George Hull. Hull, infuriated by a debate on Genesis 6:4, aimed to prove the gullibility of the public. The giant's true nature was revealed in 1870 when Hull confessed, but not before showman P.T. Barnum created a rival replica. Despite its exposure, the Cardiff Giant remained on display at Farmers Museum in Coppertown, New York, as a testament to the power of hoaxes. In 1917, two young cousins, Elsie Wright and Francis Griffiths, took a series of photographs in Cottingley, England, claiming to capture fairies. Elsie, 16, and Francis, 9, used a borrowed camera to snap images of what appeared to be dancing fairies and a gnome. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, a spiritualist, featured these photos in December 1920 issue of the Strand magazine, endorsing them as evidence of fairy existence. Despite mixed public reactions, skepticism grew. By 1980s, Elsie and Francis admitted the fairies were cardboard cutouts. Crop circles, intricate patterns created by flattening crops, were first labeled as such in the 1980s. Skepticism quickly arose, with Tanner Edis, a physicist, labeling them as mere hoaxes. In 1991, Doe Bowser and Dave Corley confessed to making over 200 circles in England, revealing their simple methods of rope and planks. This revelation led to a spike in reports worldwide. Despite fringe theories proposing alien origins, no scientific evidence supports these claims. By 2001, approximately 10,000 crop circles were reported globally, with modern formations evolving into complex designs, often linked to advertising or artistic endeavors. In the 1930s, Wyoming hunters Douglas and his brother revolutionized folklore with the jackalope, a mythical jackrabbit adorned with deer antlers. The concept arose accidentally when deer antlers were combined with the jackrabbit's body in their taxidermy shop. They sold the first creation to a local hotel in Wyoming, sparking a trend. By the 1940s, similar mounts appeared across the US, and the jackalope became a staple in bars and souvenir shops. This quirky hoax has evolved into a cultural icon, with jackalope-themed products, festival, and even legislative efforts to make it Wyoming's official mythical creature. In July 2018, the Ligma joke surged online as a crude meme. The term Ligma sounded like Ligma was used to set up a punchline. The jokes quickly became a successor to the Buffa meme, which used similar setups for punchlines. Notably, the Ligma joke spread to hoaxes, such as falsely claiming popular streamer Ninja died from Ligma, and a media prank involving fictitious Twitter employees Raul Ligma and Daniel Johnson. In July 2018, the Momo challenge became a viral hoax claiming to coerce children into dangerous tasks through unsettling messages from a fictional character named Momo. Despite global panic, reports linking Momo to actual harm were minimal, and law enforcement found no evidence of direct harm. The scare spread through social media and news outlets, leading to warning from police worldwide. By August 2018, India's Central Bureau of Investigation debunked claims connecting Momo to teens. By early 2019, experts denounced it as a moral panic with no verified cases of harm linked to the so-called challenge. Fortune-telling, an unproven practice of predicting personal futures. It tends to be informal and rooted in popular culture. Pliny the Elder's 1st century mention of the crystal ball highlights its ancient use. By the Renaissance, the practice became associated with Romani culture, evolving through Western folklore. In the 19th and 20th century, Western interest embraced methods like the I Ching. The modern examples are the Magic 8 Ball and Paul the Octopus. Jussie Smollett, known for his role on Empire, orchestrated a fake hate crime in Chicago in January 2019. Claiming to have been attacked with racial and homophobic slurs, Smollett later admitted to staging the incident with two acquaintances. Initially, charges were dropped in March 2019, but public backlash and further investigation led to a second indictment in February 2020. Convicted of 5 felony counts in December 2021, Smollett was sentenced to 150 days in jail and ordered to pay retribution. On April 1st, 1957, the BBC's Panorama aired a 3-minute segment as an elaborate April Fool's joke showing Swiss farmer harvesting spaghetti from trees. At the time, spaghetti was a novelty in the UK, and many viewers, convinced by the authoritative voiceover of Richard Timberlake, contacted the BBC for advice on growing their own spaghetti trees. The prank was conceived by cameraman Charles D. Jagger and played on the public's unfamiliarity with pasta. The hoax was so effective that CNN later dubbed it the biggest hoax ever pulled by a reputable news establishment. Graggle Simpson, also known as Gambly, is a fictitious character created as a part of an internet meme, claiming he was once part of the Simpson cast but removed through retroactive continuity. The hoax, which began circulating in 2015, satirizes the Mandela effect. Graggle is depicted as an yellow alien-like figure with 3 strands of hair often placed alongside the Simpson family in fan-made content. This fictional backstory includes claims that Graggle was either a self-insert by Matt Groening or a character added to mock the show's decline. Herobrine, a fictional entity in Minecraft, first appeared in a 2010 4chan post claiming to show a character with white eyes haunting players' worlds. Described as a sinister version of Minecraft's Steve, Herobrine was rumored to be Notch's deceased brother, adding to the lore. The hoax gained traction as live streamers Scope, Land, and Platimus staged encounters, further fueling interest. Despite never being part of the actual game, Herobrine became a major meme, inspiring mods, fan art, and even a removed Herobrine joke in update logs. Since 2015, the meme Sam Hyde is the shooter has falsely implicated comedian Sam Hyde in multiple high-profile shootings. The hoax began on 4chan when an anonymous user posted a photo of Hyde claiming he was the Planned Parenthood shooter in Colorado Springs. This fake narrative was revived during various incidents including the 2016 UCLA shooting and the 2017 Texas church massacre. Despite Hyde's denial and FBI questioning, the meme persisted. In July 2024, Hyde was again falsely linked to the shooting at the Donald Trump rally. The Shroud of Turin, believed by some to be Jesus' burial cloth, has sparked intense debate for centuries. Its origins trace back to 1354 in France, but in 1389 Bishop Pierre d'Arcis denounced it as forgery. The shroud was later acquitted by the House of Savoy and moved to Turin in 1578. In 1988, radiocarbon dating revealed it was created between 1260 and 1390, contradicting claims of ancient origins. Despite these findings, fringe theories persist, and the Catholic Church has remained neutral on its authenticity. In July 2013, KTVU Channel 2 was tapped into broadcasting fake names of the pilots involved in the Asiana Airlines Flight 214 crash, which had tragically occurred just days earlier. During a live broadcast, the station erroneously reported the names as
Some Ting Wong, Wee Tu Lo, Ho Li Fook, and Bang Ding Ao.
The National Transportation Safety Board later revealed that an intern acting outside their authority had leaked these names. KTVU quickly apologized, but major outlets like the New York Times and CNN had already spread the false names. Milli Vanilli, a German R&B duo created by Frank Farian in 1988, captivated the world with their first debut album, Girl You Know It's True. However, their fame unraveled when it was exposed in 1990 that Fab Morvan and Rob Pilatus, the public faces, were not the actual vocalists. Instead, studio singers like Brett Howell and John Davis had performed the tracks. Despite their Grammy win in 1990, the award was revoked and the album was deleted from Arista Records' catalog. A 1990 refund lawsuit compensated fans, and in 1998, Pilatus' tragic death marked a somber end to their story. Qanon, a far-right conspiracy theory that emerged in 2017, alleges a global group of satanic child molesters plotting against Donald Trump. Originating from the Pizzagate theory, it started with anonymous Q posts on 4chan, later moving to 8chan. QAnon's core claim was that Trump was secretly battling this group and that a reckoning deemed the storm was imminent. Followers have linked their beliefs to various political and media figures, including Jewish financier George Soros. The movement gained traction at Trump rallies and spread through social media, influencing violent actions like the January 6th Capitol attack. James Frey's A Million Little Pieces, marketed as a memoir upon its 2003 release, depicted his struggles with addiction and rehab. Initially praised, it became a sensation, particularly after Oprah Winfrey's endorsement. However, in January 2006, the smoking gun revealed significant fabrications in Frey's account, prompting a public scandal. Frey admitted to embellishing details, leading to a dramatic confrontation on Winfrey's show. The controversy resulted in refunds for deceived readers and a reclassification of the book as semi-fictional. On 2023, Jamie Maussan, a known UFO enthusiast, presented alleged alien remains to the Mexican Congress, claiming they were non-human beings about 1,000 years old. Despite Maussan's assertions, experts quickly discredited the specimens. The National Autonomous University of Mexico, linked to carbon dating claims, stated it had no involvement with the specimens. Previous claims by Maussan have been debunked, including a human child presented as an alien and altered indigenous body from Peru. Scientists argue the new specimens are too similar to human to be authentic. On February 24, 2022, amid the Russians' invasion of Ukraine, tales of the ghost of Kyiv emerged. A mythical MiG-29 ace credited with shooting down 6 Russian planes. The legend quickly gained traction, posted by Russian media and Ukrainian claims, including those by former President Petro Poroshenko. However, 2 months later, the Ukrainian Air Force admitted the ghost was a creation to bolster morale, not a real individual. In April 2022, it was officially recognized as fictional.